Oh, we already even walking sign. Okay, let's. So, where is this sign's first? So this is where the first sign congregated. I have heard many tales, but never have decided to visit. To work then. The hour of meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it we have appointed. Oh.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help. You have made your point. It is indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira? Hmm?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Fanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Telegi Adelegi's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Oh shit, I'm afraid of this! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh... I don't know! I don't know! I don't know the places! All Ghana, all Gria, and it's sultry. I don't know. no! Uh, the it would be possible to blow to flourish. Ole dole da. I can't do that. I can do like this.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltry and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included.
Oh.
Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gill.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ons of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
A deal is struck. Sign. I fear many of years before I feel commonly taking in so much negation. But I shall not complain. I have real Larita's interest in endure his involved experience. Thank you, Mark. I could not have done this without you. Okay, I'm gonna choose another one. Oh, come on. Of course, our course is decided. I shall return to the palace and have my minister to begin to work the implement as planned. If you could prevail upon you one more time, Marcus, I would ask you to convene the details of our negotiation to Commander Hex on your return to Alamigo. Thanks again. Together I have laid the ground for Endwover, which promised to the peoples of Alamigo and Ul'Dan both. Like that went smoothly. Ooh. Marcus, you're back. What did number? Oh, are you allowed to talk about your audience with Sultana? So Ruben, he's gonna to return to Ul'Dan, but she isn't sure. Tell us something. We don't tell us something we don't know. But I'm pleased to hear she called with the help refugees to come home. And this plan to realize the Sultana does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Larito's help in another question. After all has happened, he is the very least person I would expect to. Yeah. But on a more practical note, this year, I assume the intent of the government electorate accept Ul'Dan's proposal. I have one I should like you to include in bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a bridge of interstate. We have a fortune at our disposal, after all, and allow Ulda to previs eternity for the capital will afford later much control. Honestly, Alfino, it's like Kagan never happened. What exactly does ruthless prophet have to untrust? But yeah, you make a good point. First thing first, so we need to discuss this proposal with the Salty Resident. How do you friends explain the Soldatus plan for your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Walt thinks about the idea before we agree to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Marcus? I might need you to fulfill the details. Then I shall accompany as well. Should Walt wish to discuss my knowledge of the nation fiance would prove useful. What manner of mischief bring you, young, to old Walt this time, eh? We want to rebuild the sultry. Morgan, tell him about the deal. Well, bug me. We never had the coin to the hand put the place back, but how is... There's just a small weaker of your plan. It doesn't account for all the necessary credit to eat up for anyone who goes ashore. The king used to send soldiers to curl the beggars, but Imperial weren't about to help like us. Don't worry, Grand. We take care of all of that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting regular patrols, and I'm sure she assigned me. I appreciate that, my lad. I truly would. So don't mean you got better blade than yours? I've been training, but mostly to kill Imperials. You some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Marcus? Think you can cast an eye a few local beasts to teach me how to deal with them? Let's not waste any time then. I'll see you both in Lorch. While you busy attending to the local funeral, I shall have Master Watts explain to me exactly what's required to restore such former glory. Good hunting. Right there, Marcus. I got my spyglass out here. Take a closer look and make sure can tell me what to do and see how it goes on. Okay, let's take the go and look around. Right, we have one here. We have I don't know. Okay. Is that the only one? Yeah. Why can't I target it? Thing above. Hello? Hello? Oh, jag ska leta... Oh, his weakness. There's a weakness. No, it was not. His mouth, maybe? Horns? That's a shell. Another shell. Another shell. That's look like... Stomach, maybe? No? Tail. No. No. What am I gonna click on? No. What am I gonna do? What? Discover Yubber's weak point. Oh, woo! Pretty hard cave to, but underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Ah, look, we found a yabby. They say hitting the shell is like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Hit it as hard as you can. Right then, we wish me luck. Yay! He won! Da, 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 da. And he did. Thank Lord, I just did as you told me. The vexen went down like a sack of potatoes. Let's find something else. Ah. I think I can handle Yabbis now. Should we try something different? What else is out there? Use the spyglass to blah 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 surrounding. Oh, the hand! Find his weak point. His eyes! I was right! Because the only thing who is... Yeah. Is hard. The southern hands are large and powerful, destroying crystallized core. The core should redend the second to urinate. You sense the pulsation from the Oopsan. Oh, approval. How do I defeat these? Those. It's really hard. Oh, that's a cat. It is really hard as hard you can. Nah, have to destroy the core. It's in the head. I tried to stab it right through the eyes. They know not between eyes, in the eyes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he did it! This is not easy fighting with the Liberator of Alamigo watching your every move, but I got the job done. Thank you very much, Marcus. I feel a lot better prepared for patrol now. You know, we should head back to the Saltery before Grand starts to worry. I have been snipped into pieces and fed by your hatchling. Ta-da! Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. I see you returned in one piece. Still with those beasts then, did you? I fought them myself. After a bit of instruction from Marcus here, like once I've shared what I learned with the others, we should have no trouble to keep those cleared. Good lad! A fine young man you have become, wizard. A fine young man indeed. Too often of late, I hear tales of the folks over the city, drunk on victory and hunger for revenge. The head stuck from the past. But we need to set our sight for the future. On things which improve our a lot. Things to get salted ready to welcome long countrymen. It seems the vision has certainly secured well in hand. Meanwhile, have to discuss the next step with Master Watt and complete my inspection of the site. With a little work, the very building here could made into very rolling. Mercy for the year I didn't read that. Apologies, my attention, sir, but the general would seek with you at your earliest convenience. Do not feel obliged of weight around my account. I will remain here to hammer out the finer detail with words. Act as entirely with your business partner in Odan should go. General Aline asked you to wait for him at the main gate of Alamiga quarters. My again, farewell. I think, this was Ulda.